Greetings everyone, and welcome to my review of the update 1.47, or the October update, also spooks, because it's Halloween, and of course the headline being the 4 cars added, as well as a certain circuit that's pretty much been demanded for a long time, and maybe a few features here and there. So let's dig into it. So kicking things off, of course, with, well, what else? Pretty much the star of this update at this point, and that is Spa-Francorchamps. This is a circuit that's pretty much been demanded heavily, so much to the point that it basically became a meme. Of course, you had some people even hoping that this wouldn't even show up just to make people mad. Yeah, I might have been one of those people a little bit, but apart from that, pretty worthy addition to the game. It's not something I was pretty much, it was going to be a deal breaker for me, but it's still a pretty good addition to the game. And then in a bigger surprise, it has rain. Obviously, as we saw in the World Finals, it's an interesting track in the rain. And I tried it out with the wet conditions, because I've never driven Spa in the wet conditions, not even in the Formula 1 games I've ever driven it in the wet. It just never happened. It is, you definitely have to do some different things in certain corners. El Rouge, don't even think of being a hero in El Rouge, I'll just say, because it's not going to work out great. So it should be an interesting track here. Obviously, you know, all the leagues that are pretty much trying to imitate WEC or Blank Pond are going to definitely add this track. And hey, I'm all for whatever makes the fictional circuits less used. So, great addition to the game, like I said. Huge surprise with the rain conditions, which makes this the first track that comes with rain right from the get-go. So, pretty neat, pretty cool there. And like I said, that's a pretty nice addition. So, now it's on to the cars. And kicking things off is the Mazda Demio XD Touring from 2015. And at this point, it's pretty much a tradition with Gran Turismo to have at least one Mazda Demio in it. It's something that's happened since the first game, and obviously it continues here with Gran Turismo Sport. And what makes this one interesting is that it's actually the first non-Ford Fiesta-based one. So that's pretty interesting there. And also, it has a diesel engine in it. So as I described in my test drive video, or in the description of it, it's very light, very agile, and it's very torquey. Like, it has some serious pull out of the corners there. And you know, the hot hatches, the high performance ones, they tend to be pretty good, but this thing's got quite the punch out of it, probably more so than some of the hot hatches around the same performance level. Now, assuming there's no track toys in 100 to worry about, I think this is a car that will probably be the most favorable just because of that diesel. And then it's in something light like this. It's kind of looking a bit Colin Chapman-y as far as advantages go. As far as the Porsche Taycan Turbo S is concerned, as you can see there, it's definitely going to be a challenge for people who generally just don't drive the EVs. Just for the fact of the lack of gears. And there is some engine noise, if you want to call it that, but it's not quite what you'd recognize. But despite how terrible I make it look, it's not a horrible car to drive. I've spent some time with it, you know, having to get over not having audible references to slowing the car down. And once you figure it out, it's actually pretty good. It's got 700 plus horsepower. It's got that overboost function there. It is a pretty spectacular thing to drive. You know, again, it's just that learning curve of trying to brake efficiently and trying to do so without the gears to give you any reference as to how well you're slowing it down. It's a good performing car. And yeah, of course it's in Group X because that's pretty much where all the electric cars are. But I would almost argue it's probably the most exciting electric car to drive on this game, even more so than the Tesla. Come at me. But that's just my opinion. It's a spectacular car and a worthy addition. And then of course, a Lamborghini Aventador 754 Super Veloce. What a car to drive this is. It is a spectacular thing. It just, honestly, unsurprisingly, it's gonna be better than the base model. There's just no argument with that. But it's how much better which is what makes it amazing. Like, it's just spectacular to drive. And what makes it funny is that it's in the same in class as the Veneno. And you remember how the Veneno is just almost garbage to drive? Just period? This is none of that. It actually does brake. It actually will turn. And it is so much better than the Veneno. Way better. You know, and despite it being maybe 100 kilograms heavier, it's still just outcorners. It blows it away in general when it comes to performance. So I have to say, for those that just picked up Spec 2 from Gran Turismo Sport, when you go to that challenge with, I think it's the Lamborghini one and another one, get this car. Get it. You will not regret it. It is way better than the Veneno. Way better. And I don't think you even have to tune it. It will just pretty much wipe the floor with everything in that class. It's just that much better. And of course, finally, the Mercedes-Benz 300 SEL 6.8 AMG. Not a name. But a worthy addition to this game. This car was absolutely fun to drive in Project Cars 2. It was a really fun car in there, so it's unsurprising to me anyway that it's fun here. And it's just got some really good grip, really corners well. Like it's really good. It doesn't steer like a boat as you probably would expect from a car with a big engine or whatever. But it's really amazing there for a car its age and from the era it's from, and of course at the track that it's pretty much famous for, finishing second in the race as that. And I honestly, it's not real. It can get tail happy definitely, but I feel like you have to really be moronic if you're driving for it to be that tail happy. And as long as you don't touch the grass, which as you know, that's basically you're out of control at that point. As long as you don't touch the grass, you pretty much should be fine with this car. It's amazing. It's in Group X. I think at this point we've exhausted our breaths beyond reason with all the reasons why Group X is bad. But still, this is a worthy addition to the game, regardless of what class it's landed in. So now we go on to another one, and this is probably the last real significant feature of it, and that is the scapes, which of course, with this particular theme, Spa-Francorchamps. So obviously, like all the other real circuits that got added to the game, this circuit comes with its own scapes. And of course, the pictures are very spectacular, so people should have a lot of fun with this. If not driving on the track itself, taking pictures on it as well. So really cool stuff there. Overall, the update, really nice. The cars added, very cool. I don't really have a standout this particular time, but really good additions for all their own unique reasons. You have the DeMio, pretty much a long-running thing since the first Gran Turismo, and now probably the best DeMio yet featured in a game. Obviously, the Porsche Taycan, a very unique experience there that is a bit of a learning curve on its own, but again, worthy addition there. And yeah, it's an EV vehicle, but I'd say it's still worthy. The Lamborghini Aventador LP 754 Super Veloce, again, an absolute improvement over the base car, and I would say it's something that just squashes the Veneno. And of course, the Mercedes-Benz 300 SEL 6.8 AMG. Just a great car to have in general, regardless of where it's classified. So overall, great update. Amazing. Really love it. And I think I'm going to be enjoying it for quite a bit. So that's it for my review of this update. If you guys enjoyed it, please give this a like, and subscribe for more of this content there. And don't forget to tick the bell icons because it'll let you know when I upload a video. So that's it for me. I will see you guys next time.